chilling video has emerged from Los Angeles where a truck rammed into a crowd. Screams, panic, and chaos gripped the Westwood area of the LA suburb as the U-Haul truck hit protesters who had gathered for a rally to show support for Iranian protesters. Initially, the number of casualties was unclear, but USA Today reported that at least 2 people were injured after the truck plowed into the group. Online footage showed the moment before impact. Protesters were seen surrounding and smashing the truck's window and also trying to tear banners from the vehicle. "No SHAH, no regime, no MULLAH" was written on the side of the truck. Seconds later, the driver accelerated, possibly to avoid further damage to the truck. What followed were only screams. The truck barrels forward, straight into the crowd. People run. Others fall. Panic erupts. In the aftermath, angry anti-Khamenei protesters surrounded the truck, with one man seen kicking the windshield. Rioters then clashed with police as some tried to attack the truck driver with sticks and objects. LAPD officers immediately stepped in, forming a human shield to save the driver's life. Amid the turmoil, cops arrested the driver and escorted him away from the angry crowd. The incident came as protesters were marching in support of anti-government demonstrations in Iran, which have entered their 3rd week and have resulted in hundreds of deaths. Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and other U.S. cities witness anti-Khamenei protests. In downtown Bellevue in Washington, a massive group gathered waving the historical Iranian flags of the lion and sun emblem. Some demonstrators were seen holding pre-Ayatollah Iranian flags and signs reading, "The world is watching," reflecting opposition to Iran's current regime amid violent protests overseas. But even there, tensions flared. As demonstrators moved through the area, they encountered another group chanting "Free Palestine," prompting both sides to raise their voices and attempt to shout over one another. The confrontation led to tense and chaotic and at times confrontational scenes. The gathering comes as unrest has escalated in Iran, where armed protesters have clashed with police in Tehran and other cities, prompting warnings from President Donald Trump about a potential forceful U.S. response.
Have they crossed your red line yet to trigger a response?
Well, they're starting to, it looks like, and there seem to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed. These are violent, if you call them leaders, I don't know if they're leaders or just they rule through violence. But we're looking at it very seriously. The military is looking at it, and we're looking at some very strong options. We'll make a determination.
Which options have you been briefed on? Are you meeting with senior officials?
Am I going to really, are you asking me to say what will they do, where will we attack, when, and at what angle will we attack from?
I'm with the U.S. White House TV pool. I'm wondering, are you being briefed on options? I'm with CNN, sir.
Why don't you just say I'm with CNN? She says, I'm with the White House pool. And I say, what? You're with CNN. You're with fake news. Because CNN is fake news. Go ahead, give me a question.
Can I ask how you're balancing and how you're deciding your response, the balance between helping protesters versus hindering them? Because I imagine that's a delicate balance to strike.
I mean, some of the protesters were killed through the stampeding. I mean, there's so many of them. And some were shot. Are we getting a full report? I'm getting an hourly report, and we're going to make a determination.
Sir, the son of the disposed SHAH and some military leaders are encouraging you to take action in Iran. Is that a serious option?
Some people have been shot, and we're looking at it.
Are you going to send Starlink to Iran, sir, to help the people in the ground with the internet blackout for more than 72 hours?
We're going to be talking about that. We may get the internet going, if that's possible.
Are you talking to us
We
about
may speak to Elon. Because as you know, he's very good at that kind of thing. He's got a very good company. So he may speak to Elon Musk. And in fact, I'm going to call him as soon as I'm finished with you.
Just quickly, Iran said that they would consider military and commercial bases as legitimate targets if you struck. Are you concerned about?
If they do that, we'll consider things targets they wouldn't believe. If they do that, we will hit them at levels that they've never been hit before. And they won't even believe it. I have options that are so strong. So I mean, if they did that, it'll be met with a very, very powerful force.
I think Iran takes your threats seriously.
I think so. Don't you think so, CNN? Don't you think so? Wouldn't you say that they probably do at this point? After going through it for years with me, being hit, Soleimani, al-Baghdadi, the Iran nuclear threat wiped out, don't you think, and then you just had Venezuela, don't you think, she says, CNN, do you think they take your threat seriously? Wouldn't you say they do after all of the things we've done? What a stupid question. Go ahead.
Are you coordinating with allies on the response to Iran?
And back on Iran, the Ayatollah said that he thinks that the protesters are trying to, quote, please you. Do you see it that way? What's your message to the Iranian people?
I don't know that they're trying to please me. They named a boulevard after me, but that's pretty pleasing. But I don't think they're trying to please. I think they just want peace. They want to have freedom. The protesters are after freedom. Iran has not allowed freedom for a long time. And the protesters, I don't think they're trying to appease me. They're trying to get somebody to help them. They're under siege. And now it looks like they're being shot, which is a very bad thing.
Is the administration in contact with Iranian opposition leaders as this is unfolding?
Yeah.
What's the message to them?
Yeah. You're going to find out pretty soon.
You said something willingness from Iran to engage diplomatically with you, or perhaps negotiate on nuclear program.
With Iran?
Yeah, do you think they want to engage diplomatically with you?
They do. They called
They called you? Is it still
yesterday.
an option? Is it still an option?
Iran called to negotiate.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. The leaders of Iran called. They want to negotiate. I think they're tired of being beat up by the United States.
Are you sure you on that call?
Iran wants to negotiate, yes.
Negotiate what?
We may meet with them. I mean, a meeting is being set up. But we may have to act because of what's happening before the meeting. But a meeting is being set up. Iran called, they want to negotiate.
A crackdown on nationwide protests in Iran has killed at least 538 people, and even more are feared dead, activists said Sunday, while Tehran warned that the US military and Israel would be legitimate targets if America uses force to protect demonstrators. Another over 10,600 people have been detained over the 2 weeks of protests, said the US-based human rights activists news agency, which has been accurate in previous rounds of unrest in Iran in recent years. It relies on activists in Iran cross-checking information. With the internet down in Iran and phone lines cut off, gauging the demonstrations from abroad has grown more difficult. The Iranian government has not offered overall casualty figures for the demonstrations, and the figures released by the activists are not verified independently. Internet and international phone calls are now blocked in Iran. Those abroad fear the information blackout is emboldening hardliners within Iran's security services to launch a bloody crackdown. Protesters flooded the streets in the country's capital and its second-largest city again Sunday morning. US President Trump offered support for the protesters, saying on social media that Iran is looking at freedom, perhaps like never before. The USA stands ready to help. Trump and his national security team have been weighing a broad range of potential responses against Iran, including cyber attacks and direct strikes by either US or Israel, according to two people familiar with internal White House discussions who were not authorized to comment publicly and spoke on condition of anonymity. The White House, which did not immediately respond to a request for comment, has not indicated it has made any decisions. The massive ongoing US military deployment to the Caribbean has created another factor that the Pentagon and Trump's national security planners must consider. The threat to strike the U.S. military and Israel came during a parliamentary speech Sunday from Mohammed Bagher Khalibaf, the hardliner speaker of the body, who has run for the presidency in the past. He directly threatened Israel, the occupied territory as he referred to it, and the U.S. military, possibly with a preemptive strike. The U.S. military has said in the Mideast it is postured with forces that span the full range of combat capability to defend our forces, our partners and allies, and U.S. interests. Iran targeted the U.S. military at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar back in June, while the U.S. Navy's Mideast-based Fifth Fleet is stationed in the island kingdom of Bahrain. The demonstrations began December 28th over the collapse of the Iranian rial currency, which trades at over 1.4 million to $1, as the country's economy is squeezed by international sanctions in part levied over its nuclear program. The protests intensified and grew into calls directly challenging Iran's theocracy.
Now, this terrorist war, unclear if Khalibaf means protests, that they have launched has caused the first damage to people's businesses, the first damage to people themselves, the first damage to people's livelihoods. It affects people's livelihoods, so establishing security is a serious and fundamental task.